Hello my YouTube friends and welcome back on this new video where I'm going to show you how I did this Labradorite inspired piece. So to start, I've cut a piece of MDF, I carved it, I've sanded it, and I prepped everything with gesso and a bit of um, yellow ochre acrylic. And I'm going to apply gold leaf on top of that just to have a beautiful gold background, so I have more depth into my painting and more transparency. So I don't use any gold spray paint or gold paint because you will not have the same result if you paint over it. You can test for yourself, but you will not have this mirror-like underpainting that I really love. So I've applied my gold leaf glue, gold leaf size. You can see the link of my Amazon shop to have an idea of what I'm using here. You can also subscribe to my Patreon page where you will have the almost 2-hour video on this painting where I show how really exactly how I prepped the MDF wood and how I paint. So to start, I'm going to use my trusty mix of color. This is the greenish blue from Amsterdam and some black. And for this, I'm just going to use it really in the transparent way to kind of sketch where I'm going to place my lines and how the composition will be on this painting. And I'm using my technique with the wet brush and dry brush and blend technique. I like also to use those square flat brush to make some little lines. And again, this time this is just to have an idea where I'm going to place the colors. This time I've decided to use a palette knife to apply my teal blue. This is just to have texture on my canvas. I don't want it to have a flat painting. I want to have texture. I want for the person to feel that it is paint. It is not something too flat and too like almost a printed artwork. So I've applied my blue, and now for a matter of quickness, I'm going to use this spray paint this can of spray paint. This is some acrylic paint from Molotov, I think. This is indigo blue. I'm using here a little piece of cardboard to create some ombre effect, and you can see here the result on the painting. It gives a really nice shadows, and yeah, I really like to use spray can. I'm continuing adding more details with the dark blue by adding some lines. This is a typical characteristic of Labradorite stone. You have lots of little lines like this. So now for my highlights, I'm using my Posca pen in white. I really like to use those kind of Posca, you know it, I'm using it all the time in my videos because it's easy to blend, and you can see with just one brush you can have really pretty details like this with lines and blends, and that's why I really like Posca. This is a bit transparent, so sometimes you will need to apply a second coat to have a beautiful white, but overall I'm satisfied with it. I am now going to glaze some fluorescent green and some yellow ochre with kind of a brown red on certain areas. Here I'm going to use some alcohol ink and my paint just to create some more details and more little cells, and it feels more organic. and I'm going to finish my painting by adding more highlights and blurry ones. It is not blended like this by magic. You will need to add water and then paint and then blend the colors. So now I'm doing the same thing as my white, but I'm using a black Posca pen, and I'm trying to enhance the little crack and create more depth into the piece. I'd like to thank all of my patrons here who support my channel, who support my living as a full-time artist. It is kind of rough for artists these days, but that's okay. Here is the final result of the piece. You can really see what I'm talking about the gold underneath. Hope you've liked this video. I wish you all a great day and see you for another one. Bye. Bye guys.